With it being the week of Thanksgiving here in America, I thought it would be appropriate to record this video. So let me ask you, have you ever noticed how some people just naturally create magical moments during the holidays, while maybe others just kind of go through the motions? What if this Thanksgiving could be different? Maybe it's not just a meal, but it's actually the springboard, the catalyst for deeper connection and more lasting impact. And let me ask you this question to kind of shift your thoughts on maybe, your holiday experience. What if your unique gifts and superpowers are exactly what your family gathering needs to truly become meaningful? Well, let's dive into this idea. Now, my name is Jake Talbert. I'm the founder and author of the GIVER Method. Now, the GIVER Method book, it comes out in 3 days on the 29th, Black Friday. So go to thegivermethodbook.com, get on the list so you get notified. You can get access to chapter 1 and some other bonuses that will be coming. Want to make sure that you're able to get the most out of that. So Thanksgiving, it's more than just a holiday. It really is an opportunity to use your gifts and superpowers to create really meaningful moments with those who you're closest to. And today I want to show you how you can embrace this giver mindset to bring this, abundance and gratitude and connection to your Thanksgiving week. Now, before we dive in, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, like the video, comment your thoughts along the way. Of course, you can find us also, like I said, www.thegivermethodbook.com or just thegivermethod.com and find out more details about us. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all those places. We don't want you to miss out on any of the content, the details, the conversations that we have about unleashing your gifts so that you can create more meaningful impact. Now, you're going to hear me talk a lot about this idea of the GIVER method and using the term giver. If you are new here, go check out other videos on the channel where I dive really deep into it and really explain out what the GIVER method is. But if you are new, let me just give you the quick high-level rundown of what it is. So the GIVER method, GIVER is an acronym that it's specifically designed to help you to discover and develop your gifts and superpowers so that you can create more value to those who are in your sphere of influence through every engagement, interaction, and discussion that you have with them. Because when you do this, you'll start to notice that you're going to have more relationship riches, those deeper, more meaningful relationships, but also that you're able to step into who it is that you're meant to be. You're able to make a greater impact. And when people develop their gifts and superpowers and deliver value without expecting anything in return, the universe has a way of paying you back. And so I want to invite you to let the universe pay you back by developing those gifts and superpowers and starting to give them more freely. Throughout the video, I'm going to go through and cover a principle, a topic, an idea, or whatever, talk about what it is and how to use it, and then I'm going to give you an action item for each one. Now, I recommend that you grab a piece of paper or open up a note and that you record down your thoughts while we share those out, because although it's great that you're watching the video, and I hope that you continue to watch all the videos, it's not about what happens here in the video. It's about what you do after and the actions you take once you leave. So grab yourself that piece of paper, open the note. If you need to pause the video, go right ahead, and then we can dive through all of this. So let's really go through and let's explore the ways that you can use your gifts to create a truly meaningful, more meaningful Thanksgiving experience this week. And so the first one is to look at gratitude as the gateway to giving. So gratitude serves as the foundation of a giver mindset. It transforming how you see and interact in the world. It shifts the focus from what you lack to what you have, this abundance idea, allowing you to see that abundance in every corner of life. Gratitude isn't an emotion. It's a perspective that helps you notice opportunities to give and connect more deeply with others. And when you practice gratitude, you align yourself with the positive energy that really fuels generosity. So it's not about denying challenges, but appreciating the lessons and relationships that enrich your journey. Gratitude opens the door for more meaningful giving because it centers your actions on appreciation rather than on maybe an obligation. And so what you can do is, think about it this way as you go throughout your weeks. Each morning, start off the morning with a gratitude ritual. Take 5 minutes to, reflect on the things, or the people that bring you joy, strength, and clarity in your life. And, avoid generalities like my family or my health. Be very specific. Think I'm thankful that my colleague who supported me during that tough project last week. Take this practice further by expressing your gratitude. Write a note, make a call, tell someone in person why you appreciate them. Verbalizing your gratitude not only deepens your relationship, but it inspires others to adopt a similar mindset. And so your action item here is to create your Thanksgiving gratitude journey. Each day, jot down 3 things you're thankful for, focusing on the impact at your Thanksgiving gathering, share one of these reflections with someone who contributed to your gratitude and encourage your family and friends to share their gratitudes as well. Now, the second principle is going to be about using your gifts to serve. So your gifts and superpowers, those are the unique skills and talents and strengths of who you are. So whether you're a great listener, a talented cook, a creative thinker, your gifts are meant to be shared. And Thanksgiving provides the opportunity to use your abilities to enhance this holiday and create a better experience for those around you. When you use your gifts to serve, you create value that resonates deeply with others. Service rooted in your strengths is not only fulfilling, but also amplifies your joy and it benefits those around you with each contribution you make. So by focusing on what you just naturally excel at, you ensure that your giving feels authentic and impactful. So what you can do is identify one of your strengths that you could make Thanksgiving more meaningful to your family or your community. Like, are you an organizer? Help plan the meal, create the schedule that reduces stress. Are you the storyteller? Then share meaningful memories and great connections of generations past. Think about how your unique abilities can ease burdens and spark joy or bring people closer together. If you're skilled in cooking, consider preparing a dish for a neighbor who might be spending the holidays alone. If you're good with kids, then organize activity, keep them entertained. The key is to match your strengths with the need. And so the action item here is going to be to choose one of your gifts and intentionally apply it this Thanksgiving week. Reflect afterward on how your contribution enhanced the experience for others. And then, of course, write down what you learned. What did you learn about the impact of your giving through your strengths and how it made you feel as a part of that? Now, our third one is going to be giving without any expectation. We talked about that. That is a huge part of the GIVER method. True giving, it comes from a place of abundance, not obligation. And when you give without any expectation, you free yourself of the attachment to outcomes and focus solely on the act of giving. And this mindset creates joy because it's rooted in intention rather than, hope of recognition. Giving without expectation, it's going to foster trust and goodwill, inspiring others to give in their own ways. It reminds you that the act of giving itself is fulfilling regardless of how it's received or reciprocated. So what you want to do is identify opportunities to give anonymously or quietly. Like, for instance, leave an encouraging note for a coworker, or pay for someone's coffee in the drive-thru, or assist a family member, without making it known or announcing it. The focus should be on the joy of giving rather than the acknowledgement of the efforts, and then reflect on how these small, unnoticed acts make you feel. Notice how they shift your perspective towards this abundance and generosity, and over time, the practice will become second nature to you and enhance both your mindset and your ability to make a greater impact. For the action item on this one, perform this week what's an anonymous act of kindness that you can do, and write down your reflections afterward on how it made you feel. Like, how do you think this action might have impacted someone else's day? And then revisit this practice regularly to deepen your understanding of selfless giving. For the next principle, you want to prioritize presence over perfection. Thanksgiving often comes with this pressure to create this flawless celebration and amazing table sets and centerpieces and such. Yet perfection isn't what makes holidays memorable. It's the moments of connection and presence that are more memorable. By being fully engaged with those around you, it is the greatest gift that you can give. Presence means that you're setting aside distractions and focusing your attention on the people who matter most to you. It's about showing up authentically and creating this environment where you feel, where they feel valued and seen. And so you set yourself with specific intentions to be fully present. Like, do that this week for Thanksgiving. And this might mean putting away your phone or avoiding unnecessary tasks and consciously engaging in active listening. Instead of worrying about the perfect meal, focus on the laughter and the stories and connections happening around the table. Use moments of presence to strengthen relationships. You can ask thoughtful questions, share meaningful reflections, and make the effort to include everyone in the conversation. And this really creates that atmosphere of belonging and appreciation that lasts well beyond beyond this Thanksgiving day. So commit to what's the presence hour? What's that thing you're going to do in Thanksgiving? Like, for 1 hour, eliminate all your distractions. Hopefully you can do it all day, but even if you can only do it for an hour, and focus on the connection with those around you, and then reflect afterwards on how the experience enhanced the relationships or enriched the holiday for you and those you had spent it with. Our next one is about creating connection as a currency. Connection currency, like, it refers to the bonds you create through generosity and attention and care. And Thanksgiving is an ideal time to invest. See what I did there with connection currency? To invest in these relationships by giving your time and energy to meaningful interactions. Strong connections are built through genuine engagement. And so by creating spaces for open communication, you share experiences. You not only deepen your bond, but you also inspire others to do the same. And so what you want to start to do is look for those opportunities to connect with those who might feel overlooked or disconnected. For example, it might be a relative that you don't see often, or engage in a quiet, conversation with a family member. Create moments where people feel included, whether by inviting them to share a memory, asking about their interests, or simply listening. And then use shared activities to foster that connection, whether it's cooking together, playing a game, or reflecting on gratitude. These moments will strengthen your relationships and create lasting memories. So think about that this week while you're doing Thanksgiving. Is there one person at that gathering who might feel left out? And make the goal to connect with them, and then reflect afterward on how this deepened your relationship. Now, the next one is trust in the ripple effect. Every act of giving creates a ripple that extends way beyond what you can see. And trusting the ripple effect allows you to give more freely, knowing that your efforts will inspire and impact others in ways that you may never actually know and are not seen to you immediately. This principle, like this idea, is going to remind us that even small actions like a kind word or a helping hand can spark that meaningful change. When you trust the ripple effect, you let go of the need to control outcomes and focus instead on intention behind your actions. So what you do, focus on giving your best in each moment, regardless of the immediate results. Whether it's offering support to a family member, mentoring someone at work, helping a stranger, trust that your actions are creating these positive ripples. And you can reflect on those moments in your life when someone's small gesture maybe had a big impact on you. Use these memories to inspire your own giving, knowing that your actions may have similar effect on someone else. And so reflect on those times where people gave you that, it was something that deeply impacted you, and then find the way this week that you can pay that forward. Now, our next principle is about aligning giving and gratitude with your purpose. Giving becomes the most meaningful and fulfilling when it aligns with your your own personal values and your unique gifts. Purpose-driven giving ensures that efforts are not only designed to meet the needs of others, but they resonate deeply with who you are inside. It connects your actions to a sense of identity, creating this much more sustainable and impactful approach to generosity. What this looks like is it encourages you to give in ways that that reflect what matters most to you. And when your giving aligns with that purpose, it feels less like the obligation and more like the opportunity to live out your core values. So this approach, it also makes your contributions more impactful as they come from a place of more authentic, center and personal connection. And so you begin by identifying, if you haven't already identified what your core values are, and the causes or relationships that resonate with most of you, you should. And ask yourself questions like, what matters most to me? And where can my gifts have their greatest impact? For example, if your family is, central to your purpose, then focus on strengthening those bonds this Thanksgiving. If you're passionate about community service, then consider dedicating time at a local charity or mentoring someone in need. And rather than trying to give in every area, concentrate on one or two very specific opportunities where your contribution can be felt, it can be more natural and more meaningful. And then focus your approach so it ensures that your giving aligns with your strengths and your values while maximizing that impact. So what you can do is choose this week one specific area to focus on, and then dedicating that time, to family or community or whoever it may be. And then after the holiday is over, reflect on how aligning your giving with your purpose enhance the experience for both you and others. Now, the next one, celebrate small wins of giving. Every act of giving, no matter how small, you want to celebrate them. When you celebrate these small wins, not only keeps you motivated, but it reinforces that joy of giving. It reminds you that even the simplest gesture, like a kind word or a helping hand, can make a really significant difference in people's lives. So what this focuses on is it really emphasizes the importance of recognizing the impact of your daily actions and being intentional with them. And it's easy to overlook the smaller contributions, but they often do create the foundation for larger, more lasting change. So by celebrating these moments, you stay connected to the purpose behind your giving, and you encourage others to do the same. And so at the end of the day, take a few moments to reflect on the ways you've given, whether it's an offering encouragement, sharing your time, or helping with a task. Write down what those moments are and think about how they might have impacted others. Share the small wins with those around you. Like, this means you can share it as a story at the dinner table, or talk to someone about how a simple act of kindness made someone's day. And your reflections, they can inspire others to recognize and celebrate their own contributions. And so sometimes you do this through like a giving log that you start to keep, or a journal that you write down what those are. But I highly recommend that you reflect on how these small wins, how they add up and they create a more meaningful holiday. Now, the last principle that I want to cover is all about reframing challenges as opportunities for growth, because challenges often feel like barriers, but they can also be opportunities for growth and deeper giving. And when you reframe obstacles with gratitude, you see them as lessons that can help you expand way beyond your capacity to serve and connect. And it's a mindset shift that transforms frustration into the chance to learn or adapt or discover new ways to give. Reframing any challenge, like, this doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties, but it means approaching it with a curiosity and a resilience. And by focusing on the growth that comes from overcoming setbacks, you really do start to create this sense of empowerment and gratitude that enriches both your giving and your mindset. So the next time that you encounter a challenge, maybe it's during Thanksgiving week, whether it's family disagreement, kitchen mishap, or logistical hiccup that could happen, just ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I turn this moment into an opportunity to serve and connect? And share the insights with others. Small adjustments, they not only diffuse tension, but they deepen relationships. And so what you can do is, maybe look at the challenges you've maybe faced in past Thanksgivings and identify the ways that you could, how you could have contributed or given differently or shown up differently to make that impact, and always reflect back on it after the fact. Now, of course, there's always these challenges that people will encounter, and I like to call them out. So, there's the overwhelm during preparation. So use your gifts to create a system that reduces stress. Family tensions are going to rise. Focus on creating moments of connection rather than trying to fix a relationship. And then expectation management with others. Like, just stay centered on giving rather than, others' reactions and how they may take that. Start each day of this Thanksgiving week by asking yourself, what are my gifts and superpowers, and how can I create that value for others today? Who might need extra support, and what moments could I transform through intentional presence? Remember, Thanksgiving, it isn't just a meal. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued, seen, and connected, and your gifts are essential to making that happen. Now, if you are interested in looking at how you can create more meaningful impact, discovering your gifts and superpowers, and not just during the holidays, but throughout the whole year, then go to thegivermethodbook.com and get on the list for the book. If you're watching this after Friday, the 29th, then go to Amazon and look up the Giver Method and find the book and get access to it. You can also go to givermethod.com, get on our newsletter list, or find us on all the other social places we talked about. But what we like to do is we like to push out newsletters or exclusive insights about transforming ordinary moments into intentional giving and utilizing your gifts and superpowers to make that greater impact. Now, if this video resonated with you, then give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need to hear this message. In the comments, tell me about a time when someone's giving to you made your Thanksgiving special, because your story might inspire others to use their gifts more intentionally this week. And remember, once again, Thanksgiving, it shouldn't be about perfection. It's about presence and authentic giving and sharing. It's about that gratitude. Your gifts, no matter how simple they might seem, can create moments that people will remember long after the leftovers are gone. And so until next time, please just keep growing, keep giving, and remember that sometimes those smallest acts of intentional giving create the more meaningful moments in people's lives. So go out and use your gifts and superpowers wisely, make that impact in other people's lives, and have a great Thanksgiving. We'll catch you in the next video.